Okay, so this video is about putting a OpenGL Firewire, this is an 850 card, which is a beautiful card, into your Macintosh. This is 2007. This is a 2007 Macintosh Pro with a I believe it's an Radeon ATI graphics card in it. It's got about 26 gigabytes of RAM. It's got a few 1.0 express slots, and it's got everything to support a card such as the OpenGL card right here. The one thing is that this will only work on the PC side. So this computer is fantastic, but it's a bit outdated and it takes up too much power to use for my iTunes. So I'm going to retire it as a workstation, a graphics workstation, and I'm going to use it for merely doing 3D Max on Windows. So as you can see here, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is open these two. See these little screws here? Screws. You just take these out. I've already unscrewed them, and you take out the card like so. It takes a little bit of fiddling, but it's pretty easy to get the card out. Again, this is a Radeon. You notice they don't have any numbers on it. That's because they probably always don't do that. Here's the card. It's really lightweight compared to the Firegl card, which is far more heavier. So the first problem is, look, it doesn't fit. This thing here, this plastic thing here, is in the way. Technically, the card does fit. It does have the proper power on it, and it does have the proper slots, but it just doesn't fit. So I'm a little panicky, but I think I know a way around this. The reason why I'm doing this is these cards are on sale now. I got these cards for about $400. They used to be around $4,000. So, and I could have gotten a cheaper card, the Express 2.0, but I didn't know if the bus was compatible, the power was compatible. But I hear that this card will actually work in this system. I just have to get past these two things. I don't know if you can see. So as you can see, this thing right here is preventing, there's enough space back there, but it's just this kind of plastic thing here that's preventing the card from going in. So since I really want to get this going, okay, now I'm in business. I got the card in, I got the junk out. And then the cards, I believe that's for cooling, for the, if you're going to put a Firewire or something like that. So the card's going in fine. So the next thing I plug this little device right into the, hopefully it's only one, the power cord right here, and I start it up and see whether or not I blow everything up and cry, or whether or not things start as normal. Back again, I've run into another problem. You see the card hits the back there, it won't go in. So now it won't sit in it fits, but it can't go down, because of course Apple designed it specifically for a card like this or their other cards. They never, of course they never ever figured that somebody would ever dare try anything else with their computer. But anyway. Okay, quick note. The card's now in. Don't think it matters what slot you use. See? There's a space there. Little space. So, but you have to take off that piece anyway. So it fits in there. I don't think it matters what slot it goes into. I don't think PCS Express cares. But we'll see. That's my next installment. So I'm just going to connect this power and we'll be set to see what happens. Okay, this is not it. This is the old card back in there. What I had to do is I had to take out this card, because although the system started, it got confused because I switched the graphic card. So Macintosh was smart enough to say, okay, you need to switch the graphics card, and you need to tell us where the graphics card is, and it had a little utility that popped up that did that. PCI Express utility. So I'm going to start normally, and then I'm going to put in the new graphics card, and hopefully it'll figure this out. But the computer did start up. I'll show you in a second. Big mother's in there. The hard drive is out. That's the Macintosh side. Now we turn on. Okay, that's the fan. Okay, that's a good sign. The fan started but then stopped. We should hear a Macintosh sound. Yes. So the computer's working. And now it's going to... Now, of course, it's black because firmware doesn't support this. But that's okay. We hear a little sound because it's trying to figure out what to do. And eventually what it's going to do is it's going to try to find the PC side. It's going to say, okay, there's no Macintosh side, but I see a Macintosh side. So there's a PC side. So now here's the cross your fingers part. Okay, found the PC. I heard the drive kick. Come on, baby. Always takes a little too long when you've invested money in... Okay, kick again. Where I got hung up on last time. I don't hear the card going, which is a little disconcerting. Hello. This is James again, back with the ongoing saga of the OpenGL card. And in fact, I did get it working. It was kind of deceptive because there's the card needs to be hooked up to two power sources. It takes a lot of power. So the OpenGL v8650 is now seen here with the 500 watt external hard drive, as well as it's connected to the internal power supply to the Macintosh as well. So both of them connected simultaneously. Now you probably could hook this card up to the internal power supply, but I tried hooking up both ports to this 500 watt power supply, and the power supply actually stopped working. A 500 watt power supply, now granted this is a $38 special at Fry's, wouldn't solely run just the card. It was too much wattage. So that's how much wattage this thing takes. It seems to be working. I see we have a video here. Again, what confused me is the fact that there's no instructions, and the only thing they give you is a bunch of what I call PCI Express 1.0 attachments, and they provide you with two power sockets on the card, but one is PCI Express 1.0 and the other one is PCI Express 2.0. So it kind of looked confusing, like it was one port with two separate types of plugs. So anyway, this card works fine. The only problem I'm right now facing is whether or not the port I have it in is PCI Express 16 times, or the port, the first number one port I believe is PCI Express 16, and this port here is PCI Express 4, so I may be running the card at 4 times, which will be a bottleneck. But if anybody knows this answer, because they all seem to be 16 time slots, but according to Macintosh, some of them aren't and some of them are. So anyway, if anybody knows that answer, just email me. Okay, so I'm happy now. I'm a sort of happy camper. It's working well, and I'm about to see what it's going to be like. Okay.